Thursday night baseball on the show as we join you from Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. Tonight, it's the home opener for this new season between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Kansas City Royals. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Harold Reynolds, we look at the Royals as they enter play here tonight. They begin this series feeling pretty good about the way things have gone as they come in riding a 4-game winning streak.
And Matt, the other thing, both teams are on a winning streak right now. I love watching good baseball. So nothing's better than watching two teams that are on a winning streak collide. So we're going to get some good baseball, hopefully, in this game.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball, and the leadoff man is gone to start the evening.
The designated hitter.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Rolando Christian is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. 1-0 pitch is a slider, swung on and missed, 1-1.
He's such a good hitter. You don't see him miss pitches that are right there in a good hitter's location very often.
And this is chopped foul near the plate, and the count will move to 1-2 now. And this is down at knee level as it's chopped foul at home plate. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
That one missed, but if it's a strike, I don't know how you get the barrel of that pitch. You have to really be sitting on it to hit a fastball coming in that hard on the inside part of the plate.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Now this is what baseball's about. A pitcher and hitter going back and forth. Foul ball, strike, foul ball. I can't wait to see how this ends.
Benintendi has a long run, but he takes charge for route number 2.
Batting third.
In is Joey Votto now. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. Here it comes, 1-0. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
We are now watching him put on a clinic. This is exactly the way he loves to hit. Very patient, and now he's got a 2-0 count looking for his pitch.
And Votto reaches. He's got a base hit. He'll get it into second. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
Batting fourth.
Coming to the plate now, Trey Turner. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. And here's a ball hit in the air. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is. Here's Billy Hamilton standing in. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Center fielder, Billy.
And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. Harold, as the Jays take the field here tonight, tough to complain about the start they're off to. 4 wins in their first 5 games. And he misses with it, 1-1. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. Easy fly ball into shallow center field. Revere is after it. And that's the first out of the inning. Digging in now, Andrew Benintendi. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. Around second now and headed for third. And he'll get in there safely. So here's Francisco Lindor now. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Hard hit ball to second. Throw from shallow right will get him at first, but the run will come in to score. Now at the plate, Brandon Belt. He'll try and start things over now with the bases empty and 2 away following the RBI ground ball. And that's in there for strike 1. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Chopped foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. And a half-hearted swing there as they tie him up inside. Standing in, Choi. He'll start things out against Garrett Richards as we get the inning underway. Second inning starts with a fastball that misses. It's 1-0. Here it comes. hit to first. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and the leadoff man set down to start the second.
Batting sixth.
Stepping into the box, Eduardo Nunez. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now, 2-0. Hit the other way out toward right field. Waiting on it is Benintendi. 2 gone. Here's Nelson Cruz now, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. And a good fastball there, but this just misses the zone for ball 1.
That pitch right there, he's trying to keep him from getting his arms extended. If it's out over the plate more, he can obviously do a lot of damage with it.
Well, he fouls off that fastball right there, and you wonder, does he love his fastball enough to come back with it 3 times in a row?
Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. The slider freezes him at the plate. A call. Here's Neil Walker. He'll stand in against Chris Archer to get the inning underway.
Second baseman. Neil
Now a slider,
Walker.
and he gets ahead of him here, 0-1. 1 strike now from Archer. Now a ball rolled softly to second. VR moving to his right, and a good throw gets him 1 gone. Into the box now, Big Daddy.
Number 4.
Into the windup and the pitch. Swinging a soft liner, and this will get taken in at first for the second out of the inning. Stepping into the box, Joey Gallo. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Cruz has a play. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Settling in now, Jonathan Villar. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Jonathan
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Now that's a nice pitch. He ran that in there about mid-90s and put it past him.
Line toward the gap in left center, but this will be pulled in out there in left center. Well hit, but a rough out number 1.
The catcher, number 55.
Russell Martin now.
Russell Martin.
High in the air out to center field. Hamilton is under it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Here's Ben Revere. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Revere.
Into the windup and the pitch. Laid off as it caught the inside corner.
With 2 outs, they're not playing him to bunt here, and he didn't show it there, but I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't at least thinking about it. He handles the bat pretty well, and he can definitely run. Wow, that was a decent breaking ball right there, but that's just a pitch that's a little easier to lay off of when you're opposite-handed, opposite bat. You could see the sweep of the ball coming right into you. That was a great take.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Pops this one up. Lindor is there for it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So stepping in, Wilson Contreras. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
Wilson.
Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1. The 0-1. Swing and a line drive. Foul.
That's a nice pitch right there. He threw him a breaking ball, comes back with a fastball, and now he's late. Now he doesn't know how to adjust. He's kind of caught in between. You got him set up perfectly.
There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Batting ninth.
First pitch coming. Here it is. A shot down the first baseline. But a foul ball here. 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
As long as you actually get it inside, that 2-seam fastball running towards the hands is a really good pitch.
Ball 2. 1 out, nobody on. And he chased it in the dirt. Martin gathers. And the throw is made to record the second out of the inning. Striding in once again, Billy Hamilton. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Ball one. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Late that time for a strike.
He's really throwing the ball well in this game, and the thing to me that stands out is that two-seamer. He's got great movement, and he's keeping hitters off balance with it.
Throw goes to Votto over at first. It's in time to retire. Digging in to try it again. Rolando Christian comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0. And the pitch. And flirting with danger on a changeup that missed high for a ball.
Now with the 2-0 count and the power at the plate, it could be fireworks time. This is the kind of count he makes his money in.
Well, he's been throwing the ball pretty well so far, but right here, 3 balls to the leadoff guy to maybe get them a chance to get them going. He's just got to come back, make him swing the bat. I'd rather see him earn his way on the base by swinging the bat instead of a walk.
Joey Votto is in for the second time now as he looks at a ball inside. 1-0. 1-0 count. Here it is. Now a ball hit pretty well to the left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul.
That was a good pitch to hit. He wants that one back. He was just a little bit late on it.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. That's in another base hit. He's 2 for 2. The relay throw, and now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
Now batting.
So striding in, Trey Turner, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. Here's Walker for 1. But they will not get them both as he beats out the back end and drives home the run from third.
The batter, number 65.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Choi. He's 0 for 1 thus far. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. Change up low, 2-0.
On 2-0, you can bet he's looking for a fastball that he can turn on and drive. Might be thinking about picking on that big hole between first and second.
3-0 pitch on its way. Turned on down the line, and this is going to be a foul ball. Now a throw over. Runner on first here with 1 gone and a 1-1 tie. Now a swing and a fly ball. And this will wind up a foul ball. Before the payoff pitch, a look to first. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Lifted the other way to left center. Calling for it, Big Daddy. And he makes the catch for the second out. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Stepping up to the plate, Eduardo Nunez. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. In there, a base hit. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away. Digging in for his second at-bat, Nelson Cruz. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. Pitch out, nothing doing. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance, and he will get there to make the running play. Ready for another chance? Andrew Benintendi. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Revere is under it. Makes the play, 1 away. At the plate, Francisco Lindor. 0 for 1 with a run batted in thus far.
Lindor.
Hit hard down the line. But this is foul for the first strike. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Back to the mound and off his leg. Throw gets him. So they are able to get an out on an unusual play. And hopefully the pitcher's okay. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Choi giving chase. And that's the 3rd out. Into the box, Jonathan Villar.
Leading
He'll
off
go
for
to
the
work
Blue
trying to
Jays,
do something about
second
breaking this
baseman,
1-1 tie.
Jonathan
Hey now.
Villar.
Now here it comes. That's wide, 2-0. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. With that, the Jays put their leadoff man on to start the inning.
The catcher, number 55,
Russell Martin now comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Tough slider that just catches the corner for a strike. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1. The 1-1 pitch. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Villar rounds third and is digging for the plate. And the run will score all the way from first. Here's Ben Revere. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
Ben Revere.
Tries to go the other way as this is in the air to left field. Big Daddy has a play, 1 out. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base. Ready once again, Rolando Christian, 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. And a curveball in for a strike. He's set. Here's the 0-1. And a neck-high fastball that time. Good lead off at second there. Now the pitch. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. This is popped high in the air toward the right side of the infield. Belt is there for it, and that's the second out of the inning. Digging in and looking for more, Joey Votto. He doubled earlier and carries a 2 for 2 line into this appearance. And ball 4 now as he'll take first on the intentional walk. The speedy Trey Turner digs in now. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. In tight here with the first pitch fastball. That's 1-0. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Swing and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And no one can get there. He'll try it again. Good lead there at second. Here's the pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Here's Neil Walker. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
For the Royals, second baseman Neil
First pitch
Walker.
hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Here we are in the middle of the game, and he's 90% on the first pitch strike, throwing strikes. 90%. Forget about it. You do that, you got no chance of hitting this guy.
And the throw to first is in time. 1 gone. Now at the plate, Big Daddy, 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Ripped down the first base line. He dives, but he can't pull it in, and it's down the line into right. He takes the turn and heads for second. Around second. He's on his way to third. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed. In now, Joey Gallo. He flew out in his last at-bat. And this pitch just about saws him off as he can't get extended at all. It's strike 1. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2. And Dan, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously an important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But
digging in, Wilson Contreras. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And that's waved at and missed for strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now.
This is just great pitching. They start him off with the slider to get the strike, and then they bust him in with a fastball. I don't know what he's thinking up there, but they really are messing with his mind right now.
yeah, that's the spot right there for an 0-2 pitch. Make him see if he'll chase that slider in the dirt.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Ready for another shot now. Choi Third
Leading
trip
off
to
for
the
the Blue
plate
Jays,
for him here tonight. 0
left
for
fielder,
2 at this point.
number 65.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Well, he's having a good amount of success here, Dan, even though he hasn't really gotten a ton of swings and misses.
Yeah, it amazes me how every game you pitch can be so different, Matt. Sometimes it feels like guys can't touch you and you're just punching everyone out. But other times you don't have your good stuff and you really rely on movement and location to get outs. That's been the case for him today, and it's really working.
Hit down the third base line. Iglesias is up with it, and the sixth inning is progressing quickly here. Now 2 away.
Up next for the Blue Jays,
Here's Nelson Cruz now. 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
Cruz.
Changeup too low, and it's 1-0. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. But he'll get there as he flags it down just shy of the wall. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jose Iglesias comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. Here's Billy Hamilton standing in. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out.
Well, he's clearly on that fastball. He hit that one hard. He just could not keep it fair.
And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. And a swing and a miss, as that looked like self-defense there. It's 2-2.
You know, when a guy starts to get tired, you often see their breaking stuff start to flatten out, but that's not the case here. Still has really nice finish on that slider, as we just saw.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Billy Hamilton goes down for the second out here in the bottom half. Choi is going to have room out there as he ready for another chance. Jonathan Villar. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Swing and a miss at a first pitch changeup. 0-1.
Matt, real interesting pitching line here, but I looked a little deeper into the numbers and you realize he's thrown less than 40% first pitch strikes to guys. He's been really behind almost every hitter in the game, at least half of them.
Digging in and looking for more, Russell Martin. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1. Changeup stays outside and he's behind 2-0. Now a ball hit fouled off to the right and up into the crowd. Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw, and they'll apply the tag, and he is out at second. Set to deal on 2-2. And a swing and a miss here, so it's a quick 2 outs to start the 7th. Digging in once again, Ben Revere. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. And this is heading for the seats and out of play to the left. And he takes this one high, 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And the changeup is way low that time. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Grounded up the first baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. And he'll stay alive here, but just barely as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. This one's flared toward left center. Lindor onto the grass. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over.
It's time for the traditional.
Striding in one.
Leading off for the Royals, the shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
50th pitch of the game on its way. Committed to that one a bit too soon as it locks him up for strike one. Now some definite signs of life in that Toronto bullpen. Both a lefty and a right-hander begin to throw. And a good job to lay off the fastball. They're close, but it's 1-1. In the air down the left field line and deep. Choi sprinting after it. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. Here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. There's a fastball missing down and away for a ball. 1-0.
He's been doing a nice job out there on the mound, but the deeper you get into the game, the more the hitters have seen you. This is the part of the lineup that he has to be really careful with.
Ready once again, Neil Walker. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. And he'll get back in safely. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And now a swing and a miss, and that's what you call establishing the inside part of the plate. It's strike one. Swing and a miss as Walker's in a hole here. No balls and 2 strikes. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Choi is in his tracks now as he makes the catch for out number 2. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Big Daddy 1 for 2 with a triple so far in this one. Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. Archer comes set. Here's the 0-1. Hit hard on the ground to second. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. And some trouble now in right field. Belt rounds the corner and is headed home. But it is not in time as they take the lead here in the late going. At the plate, Joey Gallo. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate. Now a swing and a miss, and I don't think he was expecting a pitch inside. It's 1-1. And here's a ball hit in the air. And this will land foul.
Well, now it's a 1-2 count. He's thrown the same pitch 3 times in a row. He got ahead with it. Now let's see if he puts him away with it.
A little low. It's 2-2. And this one runs in on him as he can't. Digging in to try it again. Rolando Christian 0 for 2 with a walk for him so far. Good bite to the slider there as it's chopped foul at the plate. Strike one. Now a changeup in on the hands that evens it at 1-1.
Wow, kind of an interesting pitch call there. The batter flailed at the pitch away on the previous one, so you'd think you'd go right back there, but instead they decided to come in. Make him prove he can adjust before you do.
And he popped him up. Back into foul territory behind first. There to take it is Belt for the first out. In his Joey Votto now. He doubled earlier.
Your attention, please.
So with a left-handed hitter
pitching for the Royals, number 32.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. In now, Trey Turner. Over 3 with an RBI in this one. Hernan Perez will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot. Tried to stay back on the changeup there, but this is chopped foul at home plate. A fastball that just misses inside. 1-1. Here it is. A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him. Lays off. 2-2 now. Working for the punch out and the offering. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full. 3-2.
Hey, not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count. You send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch, it's ball 4.
Oh, he's clearly hitting off the fastball right there. You don't hit one that hard if you're not looking for it.
Again, he sends it out of play. And he missed with it. Ball 4. So that means now the potential time. Tying run will move into scoring position at second. Edwin Encarnacion will get the call to pinch. Steve Cishek. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And that misses, ball one.
Well, the Blue Jays have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. They're hoping they get it right now. This would sure be a good time.
And a whiff at a good slider that time. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got two guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here. You can bet he's salivating a little in the box right now. He likes to drive in runs, and he's got a great situation and count to do that right here.
Now batting, third base.
Digging in, Eduardo Nunez. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. He'll go to the bag for one on the belt, but it won't be in time as they just settle for one. Here's Nelson Cruz now. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once.
Nelson Cruz.
And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Pitch out, nothing doing. In the air, out to right. Moving under it, Benintendi makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Here's the young. Catcher Wilson.
Catcher.
First pitch on its way. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
Now that's a slider that's pretty easy to recognize. Started on the outside, you know it's going to continue to run off the plate. The one that's difficult is that one that starts in at you and still breaks over the plate.
Back-to-back sliders away. Now I think you have to think about running something hard in. Not a good idea to throw a good hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row.
Striding in, Jose Iglesias. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. A dive, but he's back. Here comes the first pitch. Tough slider down low for a strike. 1 strike now from Archer. A little bouncer. That's a foul ball. A pause and the 0-2. Off speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
Now a flare out toward right center. Cruz moving in. He can't get to it. This one's down. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning. Digging in, Billy Hamilton. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Hunter Pence.
Pinch hitting for the Royals, number 8, Hunter Pence.
And there's the old slider from Perez. It's strike 1.
This is where you got to pitch to the strikeout. Infield's drawn in. You don't want contact. You want to make them swing and miss. Throw the nastiest stuff you have.
In the air now, out to right field. Cruz on the move. But it's over his head, and it hops the wall for a ground rule double. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. First pitch of the at-bat. And he swings and pops it foul behind the plate. Lays himself out and makes a spectacular catch. And they get the double play at third. And now a triple play as he couldn't get back to the bag, and the inning is over. Standing in, Jonathan
VR for the Blue Jays, second base. Jonathan VR.
Here it comes. Ninth inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball one. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup.
Really deceptive changeup there. Very well executed. It looks like it just sort of dies when it gets close to the plate.
Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Hit sharply on the ground. Walker's got it. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the ninth inning gets underway.
The catcher, number 55.
Striding into the box. First pitch on its way. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1. Bases are empty, one man out. Hit hard up the middle, and that is through into center field for a one-out single. Number 9 batter comes through that time, as it'll now be up to the top of the order with one away.
Now batting, the center fielder. Ben
Brad Hand answers the call.
Please. Now pitching for the Royals, number 52.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike one.
Now, I'm sure these infielders know it, but this hitter can burn down the baseline. So if he puts a ground ball in play, the defense is going to have to make a perfect turn to turn two.
Back to first. It's a double play right when he needed it, and this ball game is over. Not a lot of runs put on the board in this one, but here's a guy that found a way to make a difference. He's the tops player of the game.
Hey, he was one of a few guys that really swung the bat well in this game with a pair of base hits. He helped propel his team to a hard-fought win.
Our final line score tonight.